Hello everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me. Today I'm doing the assembly tutorial for the 3D Desk Organiser. This project has been designed by Nicole Silhouette here on YouTube, and I shall link her YouTube channel in the description box below. The 3D Desk Organiser is available at the moment as a digital cutting file in Nicole's Etsy store. I shall link that in the description box below also. It will be available as a cutting die set in August 2023 from My Crafting World Designs, and I shall link that in the description box below. So I have all my pieces cut out and I have used the digital cutting file, and I'll go through them with you now. So let's get started. So here are all the pieces laid out. This main piece here is the base of the tray that holds the compartments. These pieces here are the sides, and there are 6 of them. It has a decorative edge that folds outwards, as I'm showing here. So that folds outwards. And the bottom glue tab folds inwards, and that's the side glue tab. So you'll notice that I've put the double-sided tape for this long glue tab on the inside edge, and I'll explain about that soon. So it's on the inside edge there. So there are 6 of those, and they've all been folded and had the double-sided tape put on the glue tabs in the same way. These pieces up here are the decorative panels, and I'm going to move them aside for later. Next we'll move on to these pieces here. This is one of the main pieces that makes up the compartment. And I'm showing you the glue tabs there, and I've gone ahead and put the double-sided tape on the glue tabs. As I said, there are 6 of these. So I've put the double-sided tape again on the inside edge of this piece. I'll explain why soon. And then we have 6 of these. These pieces make up the bottom and the front edge of the compartment. And again, I've put the double-sided tape on the inside edge of the glue tab. So these pieces will go together like so, and you can start to see why I'm doing the glue tabs, the tape on the inside edge of the glue tabs. It's so that the glue tabs can be on the outside instead of the inside of the compartments. This is a personal choice. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but then you won't see the glue tabs if you decide not to use decorative panels. It's all personal choice. It's up to you. This is just how I'm putting mine together. This piece of metal hardware here is what's called a Lazy Susan bearing plate. And I'm going to put this on the base of my desk organiser so that it will turn. I got mine from a hardware store we have here in Australia called Bunnings. They're not very expensive. This one costs $3.57. So we'll get started and we'll start to put the tray together that holds all of the compartments. And to begin with, I'm going to put the side pieces onto the base. And as I said, I've put that double-sided tape on the inside edge so that the glue tab appears on the bottom so that you can't see it, and the compartments won't get caught on them. So I'm just showing you here how that's going to go. Again, that is personal choice. You can put the double-sided tape on the other side of the glue tab, but it would just mean that your pieces would be affixed on top of the base piece, if that makes sense. So I'm just sticking that first edge piece down, like so, and you can see then that the tab is on the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and stick all of those side pieces to the base of the tray. Sorry for twisting and turning it around, just trying to get it at a good angle. Just take care and line it up, making sure that it's nicely aligned. Just going to do the same for all of the pieces around the edge of that hexagon shape which makes up the tray. So I'm just doing the bottom glue tabs first, and then I'll go back and join those side glue tabs together. So here I am joining those smaller glue tabs together, joining the sides together. This is not a very hard project to put together. Just take your time and make sure things line up nicely. So I'm sorry it's been a little while since I've done a tutorial for Nicole. I have started a new position at my work, and it is a full-time role. It does not leave me much time for crafting, unfortunately. But I do like the position. So if you want to, you can glue those decorative scallop edge down if you like, or you can leave them out. It's up to you. What I've also done is I've cut the base piece again, so I have two, and I'm going to glue it underneath, which will cover those glue tabs and give the base some additional strength. If your desk organiser is going to be a functional one where you're going to put things in and use it, it does not hurt to do these pieces that add additional strength. It gives your papercraft item that little bit of extra integrity and helps with its functionality. So I'm just pressing that down, making sure that glue is getting a good stick around the edges. Just going to use my burnishing tool, making sure it's getting a good hold. And that's our tray that holds our compartments finished. And it's nice and strong. So moving on, we're going to make up the compartments now, and each compartment is made up of one of these pieces and one of those other pieces to the right there. I'm just removing the glue tabs where I have put them on the inside edge of the glue tab. Again, you don't have to put it on the inside if you don't want to. You can have it on the other side. It just means your glue tabs will be on the inside instead of the out. And for my project today, I wanted my glue tabs on the outside edge. So those sides just join like so. Just give it a press down and then push up the front edge and push the glue tabs against the sides. And give it a press. So you can see that the glue tabs are on the outside edge and there are no tabs showing on the inside of the compartment. So if you did not want to use decorative panels on your project, you would not have to. And you wouldn't be able to see any glue tabs. Again, it's personal preference. The decorative panels will cover any glue tabs showing. So I'm just putting together the other 5 compartments in exactly the same way. And as I'm going to glue each completed one to its neighbour. And it is best to use glue here, you will get a better hold, and you've also got that wriggle room to make sure things are lining up nicely. So as I've said, I've started a new role in my position at work, and I'm enjoying it very much. It's a very rewarding role. I work at the local hospital, and I visit lots of patients. It's going to be very rewarding. So I do enjoy my job. But as I said, working full-time does not give me a lot of time to craft, and I do get busy with other things on the weekends. So I do these tutorials when I can. I do miss crafting as much as I used to, and doing the tutorials whenever I had the spare time. But with the way things are at the moment and things being so expensive, unfortunately I have to work more, and it's just how it is at the moment. So I've got half of it put together here. It's coming along nicely. And each of those compartments goes together in exactly the same way. Very quick and easy to put together. The die set will be available from My Crafting World in August, a bit later this year. But if you're lucky enough to have a digital cutting machine, the digital cutting file is available in Nicole's Etsy store. And the beauty of having the digital cutting file is that you could make this any size you like. With the cutting die set, it will be limited to this size that I'm putting together today. But you could make this bigger if you wanted, using the digital cutting file. I do plan to make a bigger one, but it won't be in time for this tutorial. I'll make it a bit later on in the year, I think. This would make a great gift for a crafty friend. And it could be decorated in many different ways. I'm even thinking about making one with black cardstock, and for the decorative panels using silver card that has been embossed with a checker plate embossing folder to give it a male theme. And you could, I want to say put tools in it, but tools would be too big for this sort of thing. But you could put something small in, like one of those small mini tape measures, a small bottle of glue, a half, one of those 6-inch rulers. You could put one of those in there, small pair of pliers, things that were small you could put in. You could even put in some chocolates and things like that, and it would be quite a nice gift for a male. So I'm just showing you there. All of the compartments are all glued together, just making sure that I'm pressing that together so that the glue holds. And then it goes inside of the base piece like so. And it's a lovely fit. And all that's left to do now is to put the decorative panels in place. Just giving you a look all the way around. So I've got the decorative panels here, and for the panels that are going to go in the centre of the organiser, I'm just using plain white cardstock and this other pretty floral paper that I have for the other decorative panels. Decorative panels on paper craft projects have a very important job. Not only do they add decoration and a decorative feature to your project, but they also add additional strength. And that's important for your paper craft projects, especially ones like this one where it's more than likely going to become a functional item. So you need all of the extra strength that you can give it. So I'm just going to go ahead now and speed up the footage and finish putting all of the decorative panels into place onto this desk organiser. With the digital cutting file, all of the decorative panels are included. And I would imagine with the die set it would be the same. So you can see here I'm just going along and putting in all of my decorative panels into place. It's very easy to see where they go. And as I've said before, you could decorate your desk organiser any way that you liked, with any decorative papers that took your fancy. You could even do these in different coloured cardstocks. You wouldn't have to do a white base, you could do whatever colour that you liked. I could see different colour ones being very pretty in a craft room. You could make a few in all different colours, purple, pink, yellow, teal, whatever colour matched your craft room, it would look fantastic. So here's all the decorative layers in place, and I'm loving how this is looking. Just giving you a look all the way around the compartments. And then we just have the last lot of decorative layers to put in place onto the tray. And there are 6 of those that go on those scalloped edges around the outside edge of the tray. I'll just get those into place. Now what you can do with this scalloped edge, you can leave it out like it is here and it wouldn't obscure the piece in any way, or you could glue it down, and that's what I ended up doing with it on mine. I glued it down. It's entirely up to you. It does add a nice feature to the desk organiser. So I glued my scalloped edges down, and then I've put the caddy inside the tray, and it's looking amazing. You can have it just sit in loose if you like, it's up to you, but I have chosen to glue mine in. So I'm putting glue all over the base of the compartments. Being a little bit generous with the glue. Getting right out to the edges. And then I'm going to put it into that tray and press it down, making sure it gets a good stick. Even going to go around with my bone folder and press it down on the inside also. You don't have to glue it if you don't want to, it is up to you. But I wanted to glue mine down so that again it was strong and sturdy. And that's looking really lovely. And I'm happy with how this has turned out. So all that's left to do on our desk organiser is to put this Lazy Susan bearing plate into place on the base. And I'm going to put it in place by eyeballing it. I could measure it if I wanted to, but I'm going to just eyeball it. And those holes that are there, I'm going to get my pencil and put marks in those holes. Like so. As I said, you could measure this if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. And then I'm going to get my hot glue gun and put it on the back of this bearing plate on the flat areas there. Working quickly because hot glue does dry quickly. And put it into position on those marks that I made on the base. Pressing it down, and that's virtually stuck straight away. You can see that that part turns, and when you flip it over, give it a test drive, and it's working perfectly. Give it a spin. And I love this added feature. As I said, these are not very expensive to buy from the local hardware store, and I got mine from Bunnings in Australia. $3.57 I think it cost me. As you can see here, I've got some things in my desk organiser. It's very difficult to show and tilt the desk organiser as the things want to fall out. So I've got some footage at the end where it shows items in the desk organiser and me turning it. So that's my tutorial finished for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching and that you feel inspired to make one of these desk organisers. They're not that terribly difficult to make, and they'd make a great gift for a crafty friend or even something just for yourself. Don't forget to check the description box down below for the links that I've previously mentioned, and if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really love that too. Thanks very much for watching today. Have a great day, and until next time, it's bye for now.